What's up, guys? Nate Petrosky from Narrowway Homestead. I'm going to talk to you guys about some power. We recently had the remains of a hurricane come through this area, and it really clouded over for me. I didn't receive any ill effects like many places did, which I'm very thankful for. But one thing I did notice, because I'm on solar power, is I had very limited power. So one of the things I needed to do was rely on some backup power, and I'm going to show you guys one of the systems I was using. Back here on the other side of my living quarters, I have a closet under construction. One of the things it's housing is this Jackery system. This is a Jackery Explorer 2000 Plus with the battery pack 2000 Plus as well. So it pretty much doubles the capacity of this Jackery. These are dead because I ran them absolutely dead because of all the clouds and stuff. I have this set up to tie into the regular electric of my living area. And that means when I'm low on power from my main solar, this will be a great backup, and is a great backup. There's a couple ways it can charge. One of the ways I charge it is actually through a smart device controlled by my weather station outside. When the sun shines, it'll turn it on, and it's able to charge these. So, that being said, my solar is low, and I'm going to take these out and charge them on the panels. One of the biggest highlights of this system to me is the fact that it's portable. It's got wheels, it's got a retractable handle to move it around. There are some smaller ones that they make that you can of course carry, but this is capable of 3,000 watts, continuous power, pure sine. It's just a really beefy unit. So I've got the Jackery solar panel set up. I'm gonna roll it right over here to them and plug them in. The Explorer 2000 Plus is a little over 2,000 watt hours, and when you add a battery pack, it's another 2,000 watt hours, and you can add up to 5 total battery packs on this. The panels I'm using are their Solar Saga 200 watt panels. I'm using 4 of them together, and I'm going to plug them into the back. Now that I've got it plugged in, it's a little hard to see, but we're bringing in almost 500 watts at the moment. The sun isn't at the ideal angle in the sky. There are some clouds and some haziness, which do affect the real world input of the panels. I have had these on a perfect day bring in even slightly over their 200 watt. Now it is easier just to leave them in that room and turn on the AC charger and let this system convert everything over to AC and charge it that way, but it's not efficient. And this is the first day in a long time I've actually got sunshine, so this is working really hard to catch up these existing batteries, and the Jackery is able to be its own standalone system and take care of itself. The main advantage of this 2000 Plus system is the fact that if I want to take this to a far field, I want to go camping or do anything else, I can't just pick up that array and move it. This whole thing, these panels fold up into quarters. This thing's on wheels, very easy to move. You can load it into a vehicle, go anywhere, and you have quiet, reliable electricity. Well, I just set these panels up yesterday evening before it got too dark to charge anything, and here we are this morning. Got things laid out again. You can see this is a totally different configuration. Of course, now I'm blocking the panel just to come over here and check this out, but I want to see how we're doing. 19%. And we're also charging this at the same time, so 380 watts in, probably more if I get out of the way. Nice thing about these panels is they are adjustable throughout the day, and in the summer I usually don't worry about it much, but one thing about fall into winter here is the daylight hours I have are really low. The sun comes up about over here, streaks across the sky, and it doesn't take long before it buries itself behind those trees. Something else I wanted to mention too, a lot of people compare these to a gas generator, and they're like, well, the gas generator's cheaper. And of course everybody knows that these are quieter. They're quite portable, more portable for the power output they have than a generator that would put out 3,000 continuous watts. And in the real world, obviously it's not sunny all the time. I would encourage people to consider the possibility, maybe you have a gas generator, and realize that you can use it in conjunction with this. So if you're in a power outage, or you're out at a campsite and you're laying in bed at night or getting ready to go to bed, maybe you're reading a book or something and you've got the lights on, and maybe you've got a TV on, and maybe you're charging your phone, you don't want to listen to the generator run. Imagine being, it's almost hunting time of year. Imagine being at at your hunting cabin and you've got this noisy generator and you live in the city and you finally got to get away and get out in nature, and in the evenings you're listening to this generator hum. If it's not sunny, you can use the generator for a couple hours, charge your Jackery system up, and then you can go a couple days again without even having to think about starting the generator. And you get this peace and quiet. Using a gas generator, if you already have one, in conjunction with this, saves you gasoline, because gas generators are only so efficient, and if you can run them at a high wattage to where they're actually doing something, it's one thing. But if you're running a generator just to charge a phone and turn lights on, like, you're wasting fuel, you're wasting gas like crazy. Personally, I don't view gas generators as a competitor to these electric generators, but rather as some other tool that can be used to charge them, that just allows you a long time of peace and quiet without having to listen to a generator during an emergency or a power outage. If you're limited on gasoline and you're running the generator to charge your phone for an hour on and off, it just doesn't make sense. Use a generator, charge a Jackery, shut the generator off. And while we're waiting for this Jackery to charge, let's go over some of the basic stuff. We've got DC input on the back here. They also sell three-way splitters, so you can connect up to 6 of these panels directly to these 2 inputs. That gives you 1200 watts coming in under ideal conditions. You can also run it off of the AC cord and get 15 amps, about 1500 watts coming in. You've got an AC expansion port, so you can hook 2 of these together, and of course you've got the battery pack expansion ports. If you have a camper, RV, looking to do home backup, this is probably what you'll end up using, the 30 amp plug. And of course they've got 4 of the 20 amp plugs on the front. And I love that they got, it's hard to see, they got little rubber inserts in there to help keep moisture and things out. Turning them on and off is as simple as pressing this. You got your USB ports, pretty significant numbers, 100 watts on the USB-C. Of course you've got that. I don't use that very often, but sometimes you just have something you need to run off of that. Or if you're driving down the road, got a long trip, you can charge your Jackery off your vehicle. Takes quite a while, but hey, you may as well charge it while you're moving, right? And I've never had to use it, but on the Explorer 2000 Plus, your AC input or output resets are right here. In case you ever need them, I've never tripped them. We're gonna let the system charge up a bit more, and in a couple hours we'll take it and run something with it. All right, things have been charging for a while now. Looks like we are at 86%. I'm going to turn on the AC switch and charge some batteries. And it looks like the batteries are pulling 275 roughly, but we're still bringing in more that's going out, so we're continuing to charge the Jackery off the solar. At the same time, we're running something, or in this case, charging these. Remember, this thing has the capability of running 3,000 watts, and this charger's pulling 272. I could go ahead and plug in a couple window AC units and a refrigerator. I'm not even scratching the surface of what this unit is capable of doing. Actually, let's plug in the full-size fridge and see what happens. The surge hit me at about 1,400 watts, as you saw. But once the surge is over, and remember, this thing has a 6,000 watt surge capacity, which as long as it's just for a split second, it can handle that much. The Explorer 2000 Plus is just an extremely capable device. Without the extra battery expansion pack, it's still going to be able to run this thing at 10.5 hours if it ran constantly at 120 watts. However, we know the fridge will only run 50% of the time, just depending on ambient temperature. So I should be able to get quite a bit of time running this fridge. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. There's a link in my bio. They have a sale going on till the 9th, I believe. So if you guys want to check it out and take advantage of getting one of these for a cheaper rate, you can definitely do so. I've been working with Jackery for quite some time. I've had Jackeries for probably about 3 years now. So they're really awesome machines. I'm really happy with them. I'm glad to have them on the homestead whenever there's hurricanes or, you know, cloudy days or anything that comes up that causes my main solar to be low. Yeah, I think I have to think real carefully, but I'm pretty sure every single Jackery unit, every single Jackery unit on this property is out of power. No, there was one. There was one I didn't have to go for. All right. Anyway, instead of running a gas generator, if I can use these portable power stations to buy me some time till the sun comes back, and then everything can get charged up again. It's less generators I have to run, less I have to mess around with pouring gas or fiddling with propane tanks that aren't cooperating with me, as is my situation about a week ago with a defective propane tank. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If you're interested in a power station like the Jackery, check out all the links below, and I'll catch you in the next one.
City strife, the ducks they roam freely, quiet on me true. Muscovies in the meadow, foraging in the dew. Lord, minion, small but